Anyway, now that that's over, let's talk about Gawr Gura. Gura was one of the first 5 characters introduced in the game, and is definitely a beginner-friendly character. However, unlike the other myth girls, Gura had something of a decently defined playable role when she was first introduced, being essentially a dodge tank. And since her kit works really well, she is the one girl from the myth roster that has never had her kit reworked in any capacity. Gura's weapon, Trident Thrust, makes a stab attack in front of her, and at max level she stabs 3 times. It's a fairly mundane starting weapon when you compare it to literally anyone else in the roster, but it works. Her special attack, Shark Call, creates a large burst that damages enemies around Gura, and then gives her a stat boost to her attack and speed for 15 seconds. It's decent as a panic button, but doesn't really synergize with the rest of her kit, so there's not much to talk about here. Gura's first skill, Short Height, which I accidentally read as Shork Height, gives Gura a 35% chance to dodge an attack, which would then boost her speed by 1.5 times and give her invulnerability for half a second. This skill is what gives Gura her role as a dodge tank, as unlike any other damage negation skills, Gura's doesn't have a cooldown period, allowing her to proc it over and over, meaning it is theoretically possible for Gura to dodge every single enemy that hits her. It won't happen in reality, but the lack of a cooldown period makes it really useful in keeping Gura alive. However, you should note that the speed boost can't stack with itself. If Gura triggers Short Height while the previous buff is active, it will simply refresh the ability, rather than buff Gura's speed by 2.25 times rather than 1.5 times. Gura's second skill, Shark Bite, gives Gura's attacks a 20% chance to inflict enemies with a debuff that makes them take 12% more damage. She can stack up to 5 of these debuffs onto a single enemy and will stack additively, meaning an enemy with 5 debuffs will take 60% more damage from her attacks. In addition, if an enemy is defeated with a debuff, they will have a chance to heal Gura, a decent skill that further contributes to her survivability. Gura's final skill, Power of Atlantis, creates a whirlpool that sucks enemies into it. At max level, she will create 3 whirlpools, and each whirlpool not only damages enemies, but also makes it so that enemies inside will take 45% more damage. When combined with Shark Bites, enemies can be taking up to twice the amount of damage. It's an excellent crowd control skill that can pull enemies away from Gura, allowing her to either get away from a horde of enemies, or kill them all while they're clumped up. And like many skills with an area of effect, its size is affected by nightly milk. So for items, headphones is a nice pick. Since Gura has a 35% chance to dodge an attack, adding another item that will allow her to negate damage can increase her survivability. However, if you do pick headphones, do note that it does not proc Short Height speed boost. Still, the item is a better pick than Body Pillow, which I would avoid picking, as for some reason Gura cannot proc Short Height if Body Pillow's shield is up. I would also personally recommend picking fast firing weapons, which would give Shark Bite more chances to proc. I personally found CEO's Tears to be the best weapon for this. Overall though, her kit is already well balanced with crowd control, offense, and defense, so you'd kind of have to be actively trying if you want to make a bad build with her. So, that's Gura. Thanks for watching. Please let me know who you'd like to see next. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos, and happy holocuring.